You know what, guys? I just got through talking to my mom. She knows what I'm saying is true, but I was like, Mom, it doesn't matter if you don't believe me. Joe knows the truth. I know the truth. And the whole world knows the truth via my 5,000 videos, so I was saying to Mom, like, you know I don't lie, but I thought she doesn't. Oh my God, Mom. Think about the things you said about her, including wish she had died instead of your other sisters who did die. Oh, I know she brings that up all the time. I'm sure she does, Mom. Just guilting you. That was a horrible thing to say. Yada yada, whatever. But I know that I'm telling the truth. Auntie didn't need access to my mother's formerly secret from Auntie bank account. Auntie has plenty of my mother's money. Auntie dug her own grave because the elder services people would have never been involved, except when Auntie committed bank fraud and mail fraud. First of all, when she committed the bank fraud, the bank reported her to elder services, but so did my cousin. My cousin called them, I called them, and we're like, somebody has to be appointed temporary guardian or whatnot because everything's frozen. Who's going to pay my mom's bills? Can't get the bills, can't get the access to the money, nothing, you know? So it became an urgent matter. And my mom's like, they were already involved. No, they weren't actively involved, Mom. Auntie dug her own grave. I was paying your bills. She should have just let me continue paying your bills, but she couldn't deal with doing that. She had to. And I was like, Mom, I was paying your bills the first month. It was a month you were in that hospital before you signed that bogus piece of paper. And I told my mom, I'm like, I don't care if you don't believe me. Auntie waved around illegally that revoked power of attorney. No bank in the universe would give anybody on this planet access to anybody else's bank account based on a handwritten piece of paper. Anyone could forge that piece of paper. It has to be something notarized. Did they tell you that she did that? No, Mom. But yet they told me that there's no way in hell that anybody would have given her checks or access to your bank account based on a handwritten piece of paper. She has to be illegally waving around that revoked power of attorney. That was a crime. She was reported. Elder abuse would have never been involved. It's her own damn fault. She couldn't wait to get her clutches back into you. It's a power thing. If we want to be really frank here, she could have paid the bills, just paid them. She has all back copies. She could have paid them without getting the mail. She could have paid them from your joint account. She has tens of thousands of dollars of yours. I got my mom to admit all this, but is she going to say it to Auntie? Probably not. Auntie intimidates her. She's like, well, we want to have a nice day. Whatever, Mom. I know the truth. Just like people here and there, I mean, it's few and far between who are wrongfully convicted of crimes they didn't commit, okay? They know they didn't commit that crime. Those people know that. I mean, it sucks that they're sitting in there in jail knowing they didn't commit the crime, but at least they can know in their heart that they didn't commit the crime. I did nothing wrong. Joe knows it. I know it. My close friends out here know it. And, you know, anybody non-ignorant knows it, okay? Auntie was stripped. My mom stripped Auntie of all power. Auntie can try to say my mother didn't mean that. My mom can try to say she didn't mean it. At the time, she did mean it. And anyone saying otherwise, anything to the contrary, is just full of shit, okay? I would have never even got to know my cousin again if my mom hadn't sent my cousin out that letter. But my mom never would have had to send out the letter if Auntie hadn't played God and not allowed my mother to fly her niece here. My mom has plenty of money. Auntie's fucking with everybody's head, including Dog Woman's head. I said to my mom, why couldn't... Auntie has plenty of your money, tens of thousands of dollars. Why couldn't she have paid the rent with that? She could have, is what my mom replied. Are you going to say that to her? Yeah. But then again, my mom cowers, and she wants to have a nice day, and she's afraid of Auntie, so, you know, she probably won't say a goddamn word. But I'll say it out here. I said to my mom, like, whatever, Mom. I said, you know I don't lie. And then my mom was like, well, I didn't think she lied either. I'm like, come on, Mom. You didn't say all that shit to Cousin for no reason. The handwritten letter you sent out to Cousin, begging Cousin for help. She's a user and abuser. I never hated anybody more. She did this, she did that. I want nothing to do with her. She took my money, etc., etc., etc. I have truth on my side, people. It's small consolation. Like I said, no matter what happens in regards to my mother's fate, I'm screwed. Oh.